Did you put the audio on this?
Yeah, of course, it's recording right now.
He was recording this whole time?
Not gems. No,
Blackmail.
no.
Blackmail. We're not talking about the three of us. It's funny because it's true. No, the BV got me good. I was like, BV? Brother Vaughn? What is it? Who is he talking about? Who's BV?
Oh, man.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at episode number
5.
And we are back again.
This is a beautiful thing.
It is.
Starting out every episode with a cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to What's the Purpose? Dad's Unscripted. Here we go.
Salud.
This is how we do it. Cheersing and never drinking.
Setting a
do that.
bad example, man.
No, it's
It's
not.
not
That's
proper
happening.
etiquette.
No, you
Come
know
on
what?
now.
Hey,
Come
let's
on
all
now.
be honest. I was drinking off camera. So I'm a little bit like ooh. So
Putting the
bit.
alarms on.
the alarm.
Light.
Yeah, yeah.
Foot.
Yeah, I'm not a lightfoot. I drank fast. That's the
Nah,
problem. It's
fair.
literally it missed all vital organs, just went straight to the bloodstream. Straight to the bloodstream.
Get it
But-
done quick.
Yeah, but I can manage my liquor.
Fair.
I can manage my liquor. Thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Episode number 5
Yes.
in the books or on the way to be in the books. This is great. Like I am, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Because we said we're gonna do this, and we are
Doing it.
doing it.
Yes.
Drinks and food and atmosphere and vibes in hand. Like
Yes, I
come
agree.
on.
Yeah.
Come on. This is nice. I like it.
What do
And
we
we
have on
want to
the
get right
agenda
into the
today?
topics.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this beforehand, and I think it was Mr. Daps. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Introductions. OC.
Ross.
All right. Still working on the intro.
Still
It's
working.
coming along.
I
It's
might change
always-
my name. Who knows? I might change my name.
Right,
I
you know what I
might change
mean?
my name. You never know. I might change my name. Who knows?
Exactly.
But
Changes are good.
so that's another topic on itself that
Mhm,
you
changes
and I
are good.
understand how important change is.
Yep.
Change is so good.
Yes.
Change is beautiful
Mm-hmm.
because think about how you used to be at one point. Imagine if you stayed that way and just like no change happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you be? I know for sure for myself, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
That's true.
Change is less.
Yes.
That's another topic for another time.
Yes.
The topic we were talking about, or what we were really kind of putting together,
Mm-hmm.
was: is it beneficial for a man or a woman to live on their own before they get into a serious relationship with someone or get married? Is it is it a really important? I think it is, personally, but I say that more so because I went through it.
Yeah.
I had to leave my parents' house at a really young age and go through that whole fend for yourself.
Right.
And I got some stories
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to be sharing
Mm-hmm.
by way of college,
Yeah.
post-secondary education.
Mm-hmm.
That was in hindsight. Now I'm like, how in the hell?
Yeah.
And now having kids, which is the real purpose of this podcast. We were talking about it at one point. Like, what's the purpose?
Mm-hmm.
It's to be there for whoever needs the support.
Yes.
That's why it's unscripted. We're gonna keep it
Yeah.
real. We're gonna let it know, like, hey, this is what the situation is.
Mhm.
This is what's what. And for one day, our kids can look back and say, wow, oh
Wow,
my God,
yeah.
our dads were really dropping some nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't listen to us as they should now.
Yeah, but later on, they
Later
figure
on, I
something
believe
out.
that
Yes.
they will. They'll find value in it. And hope anyone who watches us, and all who watch us, all who watch us, all who listen to us, find value in what we have, in what we say.
Mhm.
If there's a question you want us to discuss, please let us know. Because
Yeah.
as we said, it's unscripted. We just keep it real. And
Keep it flowing.
what's
But
your
yeah.
take on that? Like, is it a valid thing where someone should live on their own before they decide to go live with someone else? My answer is yes, and I can expound on it later on.
I'd say yes.
Your answer is yes too? Is yours going to be yes?
Man, I see. I'm gonna give my answer is yes,
Okay.
but I do understand that experience gives wisdom. So I guess if someone had their parents train them in the same way, then that could be the experience. But I'm on side with yes.
Yeah,
it's
man,
it's
I
really
can't-
important.
I think it's so critical.
And even if you didn't have the experience, there should be a level of, what's the word,
Develop.
grace,
Oh, grace. Okay.
um for yourself and for your partner, in this aspect of, you did not experience this before.
Right.
Let your partner show you the ropes. And
If
if they
they
are,
have the experience.
yes, and if they're trying to show you the ropes, don't fault them to say, taking the lead and doing that, this and the third, because they've been there. And if they're giving you gems, is because they see pitfalls that could eventually happen because they were there.
And the thing that's challenging, bro, is that if you've never been out there, it's a gem.
Yeah, true. That is true.
You don't
Yeah,
know
I
it's a
guess.
gem. You don't know, like, oh man, this is how it is out there in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
As I referenced earlier, stories from
Yeah.
post secondary.
Mm-hmm.
The one that stands out to me the most, there was a ton. The one that stands out to me the most is I went away 5 hours from school, and a bunch of other people traveled. First year, you stay on res, the whole nine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When I stayed on res, my mom dropped me off, brother dropped me off, like, hey, good to go, figure it out. Left me with couple days worth of food, or probably not. They
Mm-hmm.
made it clear, like, hey, the barbecue's downstairs, the kitchen's downstairs. You bring all your stuff, help yourself, you cook. There's grocery stores around here, figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. I had to do. Learn how to take the bus in a new environment altogether.
Yeah.
Completely new
Yeah.
city. 5 hours away, completely new city. I had to learn how to take the bus
Mm-hmm.
and go through that route. One of the guys who I ended up becoming really good friends with, he had his roommate. And yo, when I say this man came in and his mom dropped loads of food,
Hmm.
left food for this guy. I think I remember it was about, because school starts in September, there's Frost Week and all that stuff.
Right.
I think for about 8.5 weeks, he had food. His mom packaged him up with tons of stuff.
Dang.
Tons of stuff. The fridge was packed. And the thing that's funny, you got to keep in mind, there's two people in the door.
Mm-hmm.
So he's telling me, like, yo, I don't have no space in the fridge because this man's mom left him so much food.
Yeah.
What happened after 8.5 weeks? He now gets to the riffraff, the stuff that he really, he's only eating it because he ain't got no other choice.
Yeah.
And he eats it. And we're in the room chilling. We're in the room chilling, whatever. I think we are supposed to try and go out for wings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He's like, so what am I supposed to do now that I don't have any more food?
Cook.
Brother,
Go buy
brother,
some.
Right?
what am I supposed to do now? Like, all the food my mom gave me is done. By the way, like, what am I supposed to do with all the clothes that I have that needs to be washed? This is the man asking us these questions, eh?
Mm.
Now, giving context. I was what, 19, 20?
Mm-hmm.
He was about 19, 20, 21, in and around that age.
Mm-hmm.
For myself, I already know, I made myself very familiar with where the laundry room was, how it worked, what needed to be done, soap that was needed. Made myself very well aware.
Yeah.
Kitchen too, the barbecue outside, all that stuff. Made sure to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
This man's asking, like, yo, what do I do?
Yeah.
We had to it's almost like we had to hold a man's hand to bring him to the grocery store and say, hey, this is what you have to do,
Mm-hmm.
buy groceries. And no fault of his own. Ultimately, like, upbringing and parenting, I agree, plays the biggest role in this type of
For sure.
environment.
Sure.
Of course.
Because all the money that he had,
Mm-hmm.
and think about for us, where it's like, yo, all right, I got some money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let this bad boy stretch.
Mm.
Especially as a broke college student, yeah, I'm gonna make this stretch. Okay, I buy up this, need to buy up this, I'm gonna make this, let it stretch. This man was buying Hungry Man's. He was buying just Hungry Man meals and just stuff that's literally microwave and go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Keep in mind, Hungry Man is a one-time
Kind of
meal.
feel, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
One time and that's it.
Yeah.
You're done for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that in that moment was like a big wake up for me because otherwise I didn't know. I knew no different. I was like, yo, parents from
Yeah.
I was youth, like, okay, you got to know how to season chicken. You got to know how to go
Yeah,
grocery
yeah, yeah.
shopping. You got to know how. You
Mhm.
got to know how to do these stuff.
Yeah.
You got to know how to do these
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And it's posing the question to you guys, like, when did you get that, I guess wherewithal to be like, all right, mommy and daddy, them not good. That I have to figure this out right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Even while you were living at home with them.
Man, I'm thinking about it too because while you're telling your story, I'm in thought and I'm going. It was more like a learned behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You saw it. You saw it
You
from
saw
them.
it from them. You watched it. You observe.
Yeah.
Obviously, once I got my own place, it was different because you're like,
Tailspin.
right? It was a little bit of tailspin because then you're like, yo, all right, how do I do this?
Yeah.
With paying rent,
Yeah.
getting groceries.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'll figure it out. Like me, there was a bridge because I went to school in the States. I lived with my mom, so I get the idea of like going grocery shopping. I'll go with her, I'll see what she buys, blah blah blah. And sometimes I'll be the one at home cooking, and she'll come home and be like, "Hey, we cooked today," and I was like, "You know what I mean?
Just
Like
whatever.
this
You made
is what I
something, you
made.
made
You know what I
something.
mean?" She's like, "All right, cool."
Could
Okay.
have been whatever. Mackerel, bully beef,
Exactly. Could have been
Like,
anything.
Bully beef.
Bully beef.
Mackerel.
I did that for you. I did that just 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 for you. Bully beef.
Mackerel, chicken back.
Trust me. Like
Everything. Not nah, that's right.
nah, that's right.
Nah, that's right. I
Oh my
swear.
God. If not, like, okay, giving context to anybody, we are all from a Caribbean, Jamaican background, where if you think of any type of meat,
Yeah.
whether it be chicken or beef, even pork,
Mm-hmm.
fish especially, like it does not go to waste.
Waste.
Like the whole entire
the whole
animal
of
in
it,
some
the whole
way,
of it,
shape, or
okay.
form.
Yeah.
Tail to tongue.
From
Everything I get.
everything.
Don't forget the kidney and the
Don't
liver.
forget the kidney and the gizzard
Trust
and
me.
the gizzard.
Oh my, the tripe. Don't like, bro. I didn't. So that shows upbringing because
Yeah,
I grew
yeah.
up on tripe and bean
Mm-hmm.
and white rice or tripe and bean with with dumpling.
Yo, hold on. You guys remember Twins of Twins?
Yeah,
Back in the day?
yeah.
Where the man was ordering food for his wedding,
Yeah.
and he's like, I want oxtail, but not the part too close to the butt.
You was a tail. Go down look a bit further. Go down look a bit further. Yo, trust me. So providing context why we don't let things go. Things don't go to waste. Because funny enough, talking about living on your own or just different upbringing.
Mhm.
I used to work at this place, and once again, I didn't know this. This is gained experience. I was blessed to get some chicken soup.
Yeah.
Chicken foot soup.
Ooh.
And you know how good chicken foot soup is, right?
Yeah.
But I go to work and I go in and I boil this thing up and not boil this up. I warm it up in the microwave
Mm-hmm.
and you know the aroma that it gives off and people are walking in like, oh my gosh, what's that? It smells so good. What is that? And I didn't know at the time. That my answer should have been chicken soup. That's all I should have said.
I hit them with the chicken foot.
I said chicken foot. And the look of disgust. Yo, not get dashed with. But I should have dashed with that. I should have just left it at chicken. And that was it. But it was chicken foot. And the look that I got, and at the same time, I didn't pencil it. I did pure disgust. And I didn't pencil it out because when I then kind of probed a little bit, like, why is your face like that? She's like, 'cause I don't eat the breast. I don't eat breast. Like, why are you eating the foot? And I'm
Yo.
like,
I'm
wow.
sure you don't know. You don't want.
You
She
don't
wouldn't
know.
want to eat the buck either.
Yo, because the back can be work, you know.
Trust me.
The back can be work.
Pause.
Yo,
Stop this. Stop this.
Good time.
Yo,
Good time.
Oh, stop this. Stop this. So, all of that to
Man.
say, all of different upbringing, different whatever.
It's true because even.
Sorry. Go. Go.
All right, that one hit. That
Oh,
one hit.
God. That was funny.
Oh
That was
man.
funny.
Because even I think my son said it. Maybe I think it was today or yesterday, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we gotta put this up and save it because we don't want to get nothing. Nothing is going to waste." And I was like,
Yo, good
"Right.
job.
You're right. Ain't nothing
Good
going to
job.
waste. We just go and put it in the fridge, and if tomorrow we feel like it, we gonna have
You're
that.
gonna have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
man.
Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a whole different.
The upbringing, man.
The upbringing is
It's a
different,
upbringing.
and it's like I transitioned from coming back to Canada from the States,
Yeah.
and then I lived with my brother, and then we both just like worked it out together. Like he was already on a roll because I think he was living by himself for like a year, and I joined the party, and it
Yeah.
was like just learning how things figure out. Like, all right, yo, when's the rent due? Okay, I got to get it to you before the first.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yo, if we're late, what happens? Yo, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. All right, cool. So, yo, man, I gotta do this. Yo, man, I gotta go grocery shopping. What you want?
Yeah.
Boom. We write down the list. We go out there. We do our thing, and then you come back and
Bill.
Has
You
the light
just
ever
deal with
got
it.
shut off on you before?
oh yeah, I'd say that.
Yo.
I'd say that.
I remember one time that happened to me, bro. Yo, that was a wake up call. Because, you know, you're careless. The bill comes.
Yes.
I'll get to
Yes.
it.
I'll get
not,
to it.
Not realizing that it
Realizing,
takes
yes.
time for it to clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
it's due
Yes.
on the 17th. My dumbass up there trying to pay it on the 17th.
Never.
Listen, the Enercare guy was outside my yard, locking off my leg. I had to call him. Yo, mind you, my phone was almost dead. I had to go find somewhere to go charge my phone. So I
You
could
have
call
a
this guy.
tendency behind that. I've noticed that you let your battery run down
Yo, low.
low. Yo, we were in the car the other day, and this
man.
guy's like, "Yo, you have a charger?" I'm like, yeah, I got a charger right here. I looked at the man's battery, 2%.
2%.
2%, yo. And then
Oh,
here's
man.
an insult to it. Because I don't have the type of phone that he has. The charger, I could have swore it worked. Like, here you go. No problem. With confidence, too. Like, here you go. No problem. Plug it in. He plugs it in. Like, oh, what is? Like, yo, what is? Not work.
Everything plug out. Everything plug out. Not plug in.
Yo, everything
Yo.
plugged out. And I'm like, yo, sorry, man. I don't have that phone. In my head, I'm like, yo, I'm doing a courtesy to you. I'm having this because, you know, if you need it, you need it. But it was busted.
Yeah, yo, I do that with my car sometimes too.
With the
We
gas?
passing gas station.
No.
I'm on E, bro.
Really?
I'm on
I don't
E.
do that one.
No.
Yo.
That's the one I don't.
No, I don't.
Once I
don't
hear
let
a ding, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna find you. Or if
I know
before
there's
it
a
gets to
range.
ding,
There's a range.
There's a range from
Mine
dings to
tells me a
when it's
range.
done.
My truck tells me a range.
Yeah.
But my truck has its moments where it's like, it'll say 50. Like, it'll say range is 50.
Yeah.
And I drive it just a little bit. And it just slumps down to 46 or
Bro.
45. And I'm like, oh, so you're really saying like, hey, this is all estimate here. You best go put some gas in.
Yo,
You
trust
best
me.
go put some gas
I'll be
in.
looking like this. I'll be looking at this speedometer. Oh, there's still some left there.
This guy turned to the
There's still some left in there. I'll be good.
No,
I can do it tomorrow.
I'm not taking them chances.
But that's even the pitfalls of living on your own and have to figuring stuff out.
Facts.
Like even with you, the only thing the lights cut off.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember like epic story for me. I think I had my guitar outside and my brother was out there. And I could remember writing the song and I was like, them cut off me cable.
Mm.
Can't watch it. And Jamaica was playing Canada that day. And I was like, why of the days
Of all the days.
is the Jamaica versus Canada game you guys decided to cut my cable? And I was
Pay
like,
it.
yo, I'm gonna go pay the bill.
Yeah.
But
There is that
and
because
that's the other part, the learning of
Yeah.
you're gonna call them and promise to pay. And if you don't
they're cutting it.
do
Yeah.
your
Follow through. Yeah.
promise,
Yeah, you're getting cut off.
You're getting cut off.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait
Yeah, yeah.
until you paid all that on time before they give you another one.
If
Yeah.
no one knows this, especially if you do bill payment through your bank, there is up to 72 hours of turnaround time because your bank, if you paid it today and it's due today, it ain't getting there till up to 72 hours later. So to them, the company, they're like, oh, you're late. You're late. So I remember learning that, and I quickly was like, all right, you know what? If it's due on the 10th, I'm trying to pay it from the 5th.
Right.
So that for them, it's like, yo, all right, he's on time. He's always on time, which is a benefit to you, especially. We're not trying to get financial here, but hey, we're unscripted. We're going to talk about whatever. If you are in a position where that place is pulling to your, or going to report to the credit bureau, saying that, hey, this person has paid their bill on time, that's benefits to you.
Yeah.
But it can also be, oh, bitch.
You
Miss them payments. Because now your credit score is going to go down. It's just going to impact you over and over.
Again. Yes.
That's in itself just a whole other thing. And it goes back with living on your own, that balance.
Yeah.
Because eventually, as you said, you paid it, got it back on. It's all well and good. The thing with living on your own and like story time, if we have it, it's that balance between, all right, who's going to get paid? Who's going to get paid? So, hey, there's a example. There's 1,000 due, but I only got 700. Somebody's not going to get something.
Yes.
Who's that person?
Yeah.
Who's that person that's not going to get it? How am I going to manage that whole dynamic? Or the other way around. All right, jeez, I'm going to pay this, but man, now go eat for a couple of days, yo. Or you're going to eat the stuff that you don't want to eat.
Yes.
Mr. Noodles.
Yo.
Mr. Noodles has kept me warm on a couple nights.
Bro, I'm not a fan of Mr. Noodles anymore. I've had enough. Like when I lived on my own, and when you see where it said, keep in mind, Mr. Noodles is expensive now compared to when it was like, yo, you can, what? I can get that much Mr. Noodles?
Yeah.
And especially when it's like all the different flavors, you have the chicken and the beef, shrimp, and the veggies, whatever. And just, there's way more benefit. I'm not trying to sound like a teacher here or whatever, but for any young person who comes across this episode and is in this segment right now, there's nothing wrong with cooking your own food.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong with cooking your own food.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we were younger, we did the math of like, yo, hold on. If we go spend $10, $15 a day on lunch every day, yo, enough money that.
Yeah.
Enough money that.
Yeah.
Worse if you're the type where like, yo, I want to buy breakfast too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like even I remember like learning, I guess you could call it a hack as the term now, is like when I used to eat meat, like I remember going to like Walmart at the time. They had like those what are they called, baguettes.
Okay,
they're like $1.
Okay,
and then you go down the aisle and they have the flavored tuna or salmon for like $1 something.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're killing those.
Well, then, instead of spending $10 on this whole meal, I could buy this bread, cut it in half, have this tuna, open it up, put it on there, see if I can get a tomato, slice that bad boy up, boom, there goes my lunch at work. And I was like, ooh, this is how I live it. And people are like, what are you doing? Why don't you just go? Nah. Y'all do that. Y'all do that. Y'all do that.
Trust me.
Save that for y'all.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the part that people don't get sometimes when you have to fend for yourself.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
It's
than when you have the cushion. I'm not saying it's any bad
with the cushion.
With anybody who has the cushion. That's great for you. But for those of us who had to go through go through the ringer a bit to learn, because a lot of us learn from trial and error. Like, let's be honest. Like our parents gave us indirect templates. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. But from my experience, I got indirect templates. One of them being learning from visually watching them cook. Like they didn't specifically go, hey, this is how you're supposed to do this. It was just like sitting in there going, okay, so that's what you do. That's what you do. And then it was like muscle memory.
That's how I learned to do everything, to be honest.
I got a
laundry, all
story.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Watching.
Yo.
Yeah.
Just watching it and just seeing it happen. Like when my mom brought me to the laundromat, same thing. I was like, oh, that's okay. All right. Put that in there. Put this in there. Oh, I could add some Dettol to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Why'd you just use the Dettol? Well, you're using a public machine that
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
who used it before
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Throw the Dettol in the water so it could help. I
Help
was like,
clean up
oh,
the- yeah.
oh, all right. Dettol
Facts.
it is.
Yo, you might not remember this. Remember we went to Florida all those years ago? Long time. You're not gonna remember. But I think it was when I rolled my ankle. When I rolled my ankle,
Yeah, you got crossed up.
I didn't get crossed.
Ankles taken, eh?
Why are you gonna do that? That's not what happened. That is not what happened. There's no video evidence, so it's your word against mine. That is not what happened. We're getting to the meat of what I'm trying to get to. You know, we go with our family and we do staying at a resort type place,
Mhm.
but it allows for full kitchen or whatever.
Right,
And
right.
again, upbringing and what family allows. They're like, hey, we're gonna go to this place, but we're gonna stop at a grocery store. We're gonna buy some stuff and
Mhm.
we're gonna cook it
Mhm.
because it was a bag of us that went,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
bunch of us.
Yeah.
And talking about indirect
Mhm.
education here,
Mhm.
my aunt says to me, "Oh, go season up the chicken." Keep in mind, I never seasoned up chicken a day in my life, brother. I don't have a clue the first step about seasoning up chicken,
Mhm.
but dare I say, trial by fire. I tried or made my attempt at seasoning up the chicken.
Yeah. Keep flowing.
And the first thing that my aunt says is, hold on, away I do. You have to, and she goes through the ringer. You have to watch it. You have to wash it. You have to wash it first, and then you have to use this and that and that,
you know how
and this and
important
this.
that is? The
Bro.
washing the meat. Washing
Bro.
the meat.
Bro,
Yo, I'll be online and I see people like
just dash it in.
just throw it in.
Mad?
You ever see the one video with the guy where it's like
Wash your meat.
wash the meat? This
Yeah.
guy's like, all right, and man gets us some dish detergent.
Never. Oh my God.
Starts washing the meat with dish detergent.
So my hack, funny enough, for cleaning my meats and whatever, is I enjoy lemonade. I like freshly squeezed lemonade. So I will buy the lime, buy the lemons, and I will squeeze it
Mhm.
and make the lemonade with it, right?
Okay.
But as we all know, like the rind and stuff still has a whole bunch of juice and stuff in there.
Mhm.
So what I end up doing is I put it in a freezer bag. I put it in a bag, put it in the freezer. And then any meat that I buy, so chicken, beef, pork, shrimp, like any meat, pretty
Mhm.
much. Once it's time, I bring it out. I bring out the the pieces of lemon,
Mhm.
vinegar, and all that type of stuff, and I pour it into. I put it in the container. So imagine instead of just cutting up half of a lemon, I'm putting in like 5, 6 pieces of lemon, and it's just I'm washing the life out of that thing because I'm gonna be using the lemon anyway.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's a hack that I found that works
Mhm.
because I'm going to use the lemon for making lemon juice anyway. And I just save the pieces that still have all the lemon juice in there
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
And I find that it just tastes better. Like
More flavor.
it's more
Mhm,
flavor,
mhm.
right? But that was a situation where trial by fire.
Right.
She's like, no, this is not how you do it. This and this. And I will always appreciate her for that. She did it rough, but now when I do barbecue or whenever I cook, like I'm very much like, yo, have to wash the meat.
Yeah,
Meat
yeah,
have to
yeah,
get
yeah,
washed
yeah, for sure.
thoroughly.
Pause.
Sorry, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I saw your face and I saw your teeth. I was like, oh, here it comes.
He said
Here it comes. I
He said
know.
it earlier and I
I
let
know.
you slide.
You
I
know,
let
have
you
to get
live.
washed.
Meat have to get washed.
Whoa, hold
Yeah,
up. Hold
yeah.
up. Wait 1 second. We're not just gonna act like we didn't just say that.
I'll be on board.
Now, listen. That's a whole nother conversation as far as hygiene. That's a whole nother conversation because, man, when I'm seeing these videos of people talking about they bathe every 2 days or, I
Oh,
bathe
man.
my kid once a week,
Oh,
that's
man.
another conversation. Like, we're not, you know what?
Fire for that.
As Caribbean men, I'm gonna move on.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna move
Yeah,
on
yeah.
because
we
that
gonna leave.
doesn't like, yo, mad?
Yeah.
But bringing it back to our point, like of like living on your own,
Mm-hmm.
I think the benefits of living on your own before living with someone else,
Mm-hmm.
it's just appreciation.
Yeah.
You know how many times where when you're on your own, you gotta do the laundry, you gotta clean the
Yeah,
house, you
yeah.
gotta do the grocery shopping, you gotta cook the food. If you wake up in your bed dirty and you go out work, you're coming home
You're
to a
coming back
dirty
that.
bed,
Yeah,
to that dirty kitchen, to whatever it is,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have those thoughts like when you're
Builds
on your own,
appreciation.
it builds appreciation,
But
and
it
when
also
you're
builds
home,
a lot of character.
it does. But just more
true.
so like about the appreciation, where it's like sometimes you're there and they're like, man, if someone could just help me with this,
Yeah.
I would be. Life would be
But
so
you-
much easier.
But so here's the thing: were you actually thinking that way? Because
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I was.
I wasn't. I was like, yo, I
I
gotta get
was.
this done.
Yeah.
This has to get done. Like, if it's a TMI, I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
If it's a TMI, I apologize in advance. But I remember being so busy at one point. So busy. I was working 7 days. Busy. I didn't get a chance to do laundry. And I think I'm the only person that probably does this. Maybe. Comment if you do this too. But I have I need to do laundry underwear.
You're not the only person.
I'm not the only
You're
person.
not the only person.
I don't know where you're going with
not
this.
the only
You
person.
ran out of beer. You ran out of beer.
Yeah,
You
around
can't-
the beer. I
You
can't
can't
cheers.
cheers to this?
But I don't know where we're going with this, so
Okay.
that's suitable. I don't
No,
not know where
it
we're
just
going with
simply
this.
means once you start wearing this underwear, you need to do laundry.
All the holes in it.
No,
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 not
pause,
even elastic.
pause.
The elastic?
No, no, no. Where?
Just-
What? What?
The
do you-
elastic's loose or something?
No.
Why is it that when you realize you get to this underwear?
Because it's not the one that
It's
you
not-
wear on
it's
a
not your-
regular
yeah.
basis. It's not your go-to.
It's not your
one.
go-to. It's not your
It's
preferred
like-
underwear. It's
Yo, what is this topic?
If
You
you-
talk go-to underwear?
yeah.
Yes.
What?
All of my underwear is go-to underwear.
No.
Nah.
There's some underwear
some
that it's like,
underwears
yo,
that are
you know
go-to.
you're getting the best fit, the best comfort,
Yes.
the best
Yes.
support.
My question
Yes.
is, why are we buying underwear that doesn't provide all those things?
You didn't know at the time.
Yes.
For me personally, the underwear
Yes.
that I bought,
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh, these are nice. Wore them 1-2 time. Oh, these are nice.
Yes.
And then they just lose that value.
Here's the other part. How many stores you can go return underwear?
You can't go.
Yeah,
return.
exactly.
So
But
you,
you gotta
bought
hold 'em.
one
But
that
do you
you're
know what
like,
I know this never happened to me because I
Mhm.
know I go right to Walmart, I buy
Plug.
the same underwear
Really?
every single. Yeah, why am I buying any? Like, why do I care? I buy the
You
same
poor
underwear
thing.
all the time.
You poor thing.
I
You
buy the
don't
same
know what's out
underwear.
there. You have no clue. You have no clue what the joys of what's out there.
It doesn't matter.
You have no
It fits.
clue.
It does the trick, man.
It
No,
does the trick.
it does. What?
It covers
That's all-
covers my scrotum.
What?
That's all that matters.
No. No. As full disclosure, unscripted. The support that you get from certain underwear is different. You're
so different.
what?
Yeah, but I'll never know about laundry underwear and laundry day. No, when I'm getting low, it's just like there's 2 pairs left. I'm like, oh, I
Two
gotta do
pairs?
laundry.
2 pairs.
Yeah, when there's 2
Hold
pairs
on,
left,
you're living on the edge, brother. Because I don't have 2. Like
yo,
I
there's
have
2,
at least 6 or 7. Like a good.
not
I have
gonna
a good amount of days where I'm like, okay,
2 pairs has
Oh,
caught me a
man.
couple of times still.
what?
2 pairs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta put. I'm digging for it in the laundry, making sure that the underwear is being put in.
Hold on, pause. You do your underwears with your clothes?
Yeah.
Really? You don't separate them? Oh,
What?
I-
What is this rhetoric?
I don't do that.
Yo,
I can't
it's-
cheers to that one. I don't do that.
so this is information that was shared with. So this is
This
again
is
upbringing. It's upbringing.
Yeah,
It's all upbringing. So this was shared with me,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Yeah.
Ever since that was shared with me, like, yeah, your underwear is in a different, playing a different game compared to your clothes. Your underwear is
Mm.
playing a different game
Right.
compared to your underwear is dealing with like waste matter, versus your clothes is dealing with like dirt and dust and all that type of stuff. So it's like, yo, you need to keep all that bad boy together and wash. And then you can, do all the other
Man,
stuff.
you
For
must have
me,
some
that's
dirty
why it was-
underwear when you're done.
What? What did you say?
You must have some dirty underwear when you're done.
No, not dirty. Oh my God. This guy's an ass.
That's why there's Dettol in my water. I don't have to
Dettol?
worry
Okay.
about that.
Fair enough. We're going to edit all this out. This is awful. This is awful. I can't believe you guys. This is awful.
Yo, Yo, that's hilarious. That's actually bad funny.
No, but I'm just that's what I learned. I learned that. I was like, all right, you know what? That actually makes sense. I'm gonna watch. You know what? Anyone who washes their underwear separately, please comment.
And the one comment that you're gonna get underneath the video.
Hey, one is enough. We're together in this. But I wash it separately. So that's why I know.
More power to you.
But you know what ended up happening though is that I got to the point where it's like, oh, there's too much underwear. Sorry, I didn't have enough underwear,
Mm-hmm.
and I went on a binge. And I just again, maybe not to the extent for you, but I found an underwear that really worked,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 4-pack, reasonably priced. I was like, yo, I'm biting the bullet, and I bought 20 packs. 30. I think I bought a whole bunch.
Man. Gotta make sure.
I bought a whole bunch. So now those are the go-to. And then obviously over time I have added on others that offer the support, the fabric, the elasticity, all them stuff play the part. Stop judging me with your eyes. I see you judging me with your eyes right now.
You know what's crazy? Because I was sitting here going, what would be the title of this episode?
Yeah.
Should it be Watch the Meat?
Pun intended.
Yo.
Pun intended. I caught that pun. I caught that pun. Hey,
because you said it, and I was like, wait a minute.
Cheers to you.
Maybe this should be the episode.
Watch the meat. Watch the meat. Yo, that's fine. I'll take it. Hey, make sure you give credit where credit is due. That's a pun intended.
And make sure you're washing your meat.
Yeah.
Both meats. Both meats. Real talk.
Okay, I'm done talking.
You don't have no time for Yo, listen.
I'm done talking. I'm done. The
importance of washing the meat.
The importance of making sure you have experience before you go live with someone else. That's the big part too.
That's the big part.
Because think about what we're talking about right now, where it's like, yo, you put all your underwear together, whatever, and you go move in with this young lady, and you see her separating her stuff, and you're like, especially you're paying the bills, and you're like, yo, why are we paying extra water? Because it could seem like extra water, but the logic makes sense. The logic makes sense, and don't even get me started on laundry. Oh my gosh, like.
Depending on if you fold or you roll or
you want to know what's a hot take?
Fold or roll?
Talking about roll your clothes.
Roll your clothes.
Roll your clothes for what?
I mean, roll their clothes. Never got like a rolled t-shirt before.
He looks baffled.
I'm trying to understand what's happening here.
You got to beat on this one.
Sorry. So roll as in to make sure it fits in the space, like you don't have enough space to.
So do you fold your underwear or roll your underwear?
I guess I fold it. It's open and I fold it and I put it down.
Some people roll it.
Yeah.
So if you have a...
you were talking about underwear. I said t-shirts.
But t-shirts too.
People do t-shirts.
T-shirts do jeans. They do... Yeah.
I never rolled my jeans.
It saves space for some.
That's what I figured. I figured it was a space saver.
I like folding because that's...
me too.
The method that I was...
Me too.
Brought up on, so I fold.
Yeah. I get ridiculed for my fold.
Well,
when I say ridiculed, I mean appreciation with hate. Because I fold my clothes like how it's folded in the department store.
See, I worked in that messed me up. I worked in a department store. And they taught me how to fold. I could never stop.
Yeah, you have to fold like that. Hey, bam, 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 bam. Like, and now it's, if you see, like, we will not put a video or photo of my closet at all in this segment. Do not ask me for it.
Yes, get a video.
No, we will not. No,
put it right here.
No. X. Already put the X there. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, for space, I have mine stacked. They're all stacked on top of each other.
Fair.
And it's been like that. Like I used to have a folding board for crying out loud. And my wife she was like, what is that? I'm like,
you gotta come out. It takes time to look this good, baby.
Yeah.
It takes time. You know what I mean?
Standards. That's what it's called. Standards. But yeah. People who fold. You were giving context on people who fold a roll. Go on, I'm listening.
I'm just saying it's an option. It's different. Everybody, different strokes for different folks.
The roll with underwear.
There's a fold, there's the roll, and there's a dash.
The dash.
Yes,
I can never do the dash.
People have beer Bacon collar and all type
Oh
of things.
my gosh.
Yo,
Don't get me started.
bacon collars are
Oh, but you know, no, hey, no judgment. It's what like it's I've grown to appreciate
Yeah.
more and more who I am and how
Mhm.
I dress and how I take care of myself. And,
Mhm.
you know, being able to know like, hey, if I need to be street one day, be street. If I need to go put on a tux the other day and make it look presentable,
Mhm.
I can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And anything in between.
Doing that, yeah.
yeah.
That's
Because
fair.
we've like I go back to we went to high school. There are mans that could kill a jersey.
Mhm.
Kill a jersey, the jersey look or whatever the case may be, hoodie or whatever. But yo, if you say, yo, man, I'm gonna set you up on a job interview or
Yeah.
you have to wear a suit or something,
That's range. You have to have like fashionable range
Mhm.
in your closet.
fashionable
Range.
range. We should break it up into two segments. Wash the meat,
Fashionable
fashionable
range.
You
range.
need it. You need it. This is important though.
Mhm.
I think that people
Actually,
don't.
that leads to a question because I've gotten slack or not ridicule, but just like I know how to dress, or I would like to believe I know how to dress. I know how
Mhm.
to carry myself. I know how to, you know, depending on what it calls for, I know
Right.
how to carry myself,
Yeah.
right? So when Dan said that just now, I was like, okay, well, you know what? I could definitely say I have fashionable
Range.
range.
Mhm.
Like I can go from streetwear in between semi-casual, business casual, blah, 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 all the way up to formal
Mhm. Mhm.
and professional,
Yeah.
whatever, right? But I do recognize that although that comes easy to me,
Doesn't come easy to
it
everybody.
does
No,
not come
no,
easy
that's
to
true.
some people. And I'm
Mhm.
like, sometimes I'm baffled. Sometimes I'm like, that is a nice shirt. Like, why is it not like it just the person can just not pull it together?
Mhm.
And it's never a judgment statement. It's just me questioning like, how come I like what's the I don't know if it's a switch. I don't know. As you said, it's fashionable range is a good reference point, but is it because I'm intentional to make
No,
sure?
I think so. I think there's
That sometimes the one thing that's not discussed when you're dealing with that is the fact that that is a gift and a curse.
yeah.
Because you will
Facts.
try on a million outfits before you leave
No.
because you're like for me, I will put on something and I will try something on. Like I have orange jeans,
Mhm.
Ooh,
right?
nice.
I have orange jeans.
You
Orange
have a
jeans
black
is not.
shirt? You have a black shirt?
I have a black shirt.
You have black, you have black forces?
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do the
Black
black and
wallies? You
orange.
have black wallies?
No,
That's a
I did.
simple look. That's a
I did white.
simple
I did white. But I was
white
like
what?
Well, shoot.
white shoes,
With what? What
white
was the
shirt,
top?
white white top, but it had hints of
Nice.
orange in it.
Nice.
Oh,
Huh?
all
Nice.
right,
And
all
I put on
right.
a white
Attaboy.
belt. I put on a white belt.
Okay,
Ooh.
Right? You know, I had to
okay.
style a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
What socks?
yeah.
What was the socks?
you know, socks are white.
White sock?
Yeah,
Okay.
socks are white. Gotta keep.
Mhm.
But yeah, but I was styling that outfit. I tried on so many things before I got it
To
down
that,
where I
It is a
yeah.
wanted it.
blessing and a
Yeah,
curse.
yeah.
You
Totally
know,
agree. Yeah.
so it's a blessing and a curse because like you'll be I can't, you
Okay,
know,
that doesn't look right.
I got doesn't look right. You take it off, this, that. And, I'm always asking my wife, like, how about this? She's like, "You look good. I don't know.
Yeah,
This
don't
shirt
trust them.
doesn't really
Don't
look-
trust them. Listen, man.
This shirt doesn't really
It's
look
a, it's
that
a,
great.
it's a, it's a plight because they're not. So here's the thing. See what she said? If you had beer, I would cheers to you. Because listen, it's what she said. There's a factor of like, yo, we do. We look good. Like
Yeah.
you put it on and it's like, oh my gosh, like this does look good. But it's not what I want to wear.
Mhm.
I want to wear something else.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
does look
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And it's
dang.
not even about it looking good sometimes. It just has to be suitable for your eyes.
Yes.
Maybe that's not the look that you're
Yeah,
going
true,
for.
true, true,
Right.
true,
Sometimes
true,
you're
true,
going
true.
for a specific look.
Yeah,
Yes.
And
exactly.
the
Yes.
outfit looks good, but it's not the look.
It's not the
That
look.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes,
I
yes, yes.
totally understand. I
Mhm.
never looked at it as a blessing and a curse. I always looked at it as kind of like, okay, I can put this together. I looked at it more of as a frustration
Mhm.
because I'm like, oh, man, that does look good, but it's not what I'm going for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What am I gonna pull off? Or how
Yes.
can I pull this off?
Mhm.
That's really the part because interesting that you're saying. You know, I always appreciate how we kind of flow with our conversation
Mhm.
because as much as we're asking the benefit of someone not the benefit of someone living on their own
Yeah.
or moving in with someone is those type of you know you don't realize the benefit of being able to do your own thing before
Yes.
you move in with someone
Mhm.
because I remember overhearing it was a couple that the gentleman said he hasn't had to dress himself in like however many years. Like his wife just picks out his outfit for him.
Hmm.
And I'm like, that is all well and good, but there's so many just yeah, the
as soon
cracks.
as you
There's a
said it,
lot
I
of
was like,
cracks.
wait.
There's a lot of cracks for me. There's a
Mhm.
lot of cracks as far as like, so you're just like it's if your wife feels like you'll look good in this, you have no other choice. Just yeah, you just
Mhm.
wear it. Versus, yo, hey, what do you like? But I've gotten to the point where I don't ask anymore. I don't ask, what do you think I look? How do you, what? I don't ask anymore.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like I look good, I'm moving on to
Right,
something
right, right,
else.
right.
Or if I don't, if there's a color or whatever, I don't even ask. I'm just like, hey,
Mm.
I got to figure this out
Yeah.
because I'm gonna get the go-to question of, oh my gosh, you look good. Oh, you know you look good. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I mean.
Oh man.
So it's that question of like, yo, could you manage that? Could you manage
I don't know.
her picking out your clothes
Yeah.
for you all the
Well,
time?
I thought about as soon as you said it, I was like, wait, unless she's a professional.
I was just about to say that.
She's a
I was about to say, if
professional.
You know
she's
what
a
I mean? Like if
stylist,
she's
then
a stylist, then I would be like, ooh,
that's the only circumstance I can see.
I would
myself
live
getting
with
away
it
Yeah.
based on that.
So you're
Because this is what she does for a living. You know what I
So
mean?
you're doing like the percentages of that are so low. The percentages of
I'm
that are
just-
so low. So the answer is no.
The
answer is no. This guy- these-
in most cases, no.
What?
No.
No way.
In that particular situation where I know she styles others and I've seen her
Yeah,
work
yeah.
and I enjoy her work and I'd be like, ooh, baby,
Put it together.
put it together for me. Like, let me see what you have in mind today. Or if we're going somewhere where we were invited and she has this vision of what she wants to look like in her color scheme or color pattern, and she's asking for me to match with that, then that becomes a different story. Because then now I want to be able to compliment her. Like, say, for example, she's going for an award and she wants to be in this particular vein. And then she goes, I think that shirt over that shirt.
Yeah.
Or that pants, that shirt, that shoes, because that matches my dress.
Yeah.
Or even if I haven't seen the dress yet. You know what I mean?
She's giving context.
But she's giving context. And
Yeah,
then I'll be like, all right, I'm down for that. I'm down for
That's
that.
good to hear, bro, because I just went to an event the other day and we didn't mean to match. We
Mhm.
matched. It was subtle. Very, very subtle. We matched all the same.
Yeah.
It was not intentional. That's what happens. Just happens.
Yeah.
And a gentleman there was like, oh, good Lord, I'd go change. And I'm like, really? That brings the question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you against matching with your lady? Are you against the matching, like energy? 'Cause that's literally what it is. It's
Yes.
the matching energy.
Like exact same, no. But the matching of energy, I get that. Because we both flow.
I'm talking about for clothing.
No, I mean, say for example, same style outfits.
Okay.
Not, I don't know if I'm in that same vein, but if like the complementary, like
Style outfit?
for let's see,
If you
She-
got the male version, she got the female
Yeah,
version. But the
yeah.
next is the
Oh.
exact
but the
same.
exact same.
So like pretty much what he's
like,
wearing,
exactly
what he's
but-
wearing, but then she's
and then she's wearing
not for
like
that.
I'm not really. I don't know.
Okay.
But if it's more like let's complement each other, where
Okay.
she's wearing orange and you know what I mean, like I'm wearing up the white or whatever, and it complements each other, and it looks like a
I would match.
tapestry
You'll
working
match?
together.
Yeah, I would
That's
match.
good. I
think
encourage
would.
it. I
would
encourage
match.
it. It's nice, especially when it's done and you didn't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That too.
When you're like, oh, that's outfit you're choosing? That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm wearing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would
It's
match,
nice.
but not all the time.
No, not all the
Yeah.
time.
Not
thing. Not all
definitely
the
no.
time.
No.
Not
Like if we're going to an event and
not all the
we
time.
step out in the same, I have camouflage and she has camouflage, and oh, all right, but you have the brown one, I have the gray one. I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's dope.
Some guys aren't. Some guys are like, nah, I'll go change.
Mm.
That was a
Why, though?
conversation. So I can't answer that because I
Mm.
didn't have the gentleman there to ask that. It was his partner, his spouse, who said it to me. She was like, yeah, whenever I'm wearing this or whatever, and he realizes we match, he'll go change. And I'm like, really?
It's
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it's
There's a lot to unpack there.
There is a lot. There is so
lot.
much to
Episode
unpack
one.
there. There's so much to
Unpacking.
unpack. There's so much to unpack there. I don't
Oh
know.
man.
But just bringing it back to all of this plays a part. Whether, because the thing is, you can live with your family
Mm-hmm.
and still be dependent, will still be independent.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
Because there's that side of being fully dependent on your family. For like, okay, I can't cook, so they don't cook, I don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
Versus I can cook,
Mm-hmm.
so much so that I cook and my family gets.
Right. Right.
There's
Right.
that
Yeah.
side
Yeah.
that comes, and it's always encouraging, and I would encourage any young person, because that's really what it starts
Yeah.
from. Any young person be like, hey, get your stuff, figure it out,
Yeah.
know how to
And
carry yourself.
a part of it too, it's a growth to be able to sit with yourself
Yeah.
in any shape or form. Like whether like even if you have roommates, that's not a bad look either, but you're still able to be in a space that is not your upbringing, not your and even if you move from mom to husband or mom to wife, that's perfectly fine. But sometimes sitting with yourself is also quite rewarding because then you get to learn yourself in a deeper sense.
I guess it all goes back to that saying, like, can you fend for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you fend for yourself? Because that could be pretty sure there are people who are living on their own right now. I guess, man, when you think about it, there might be people living on their own right now who can't manage.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And there might be somebody who lives with the full house load of people that can manage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like it really does truly depend on your upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say upbringing, is that upbringing as a way of choice or upbringing as a way of circumstance?
I guess it's just what's important, what's instilled, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because some people never have to clean. Their parents clean for them, their laundry
Oh,
for them, all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some parents
Also as a
clean their
person.
kid's room,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All to so the kid grows up with no sense of
responsibility.
responsibility,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas there's so much gray area because you could be a kid who your parents do that all that for you, but you long to want independence.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
you'll try to
You
do
know,
it yourself.
eventually
Yeah,
you try
yeah,
to do it
yeah.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
there's people who are forced into being independent, and then
Yes.
when they get somebody who they could take some of that off of them,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just
They
totally
take it.
they take
Advantage
advantage
of it. Yeah. Yeah.
You know? A lot of gray area.
Mm-hmm.
I just think being able to fend for yourself is a skill.
Yes. Yes.
It is a
underrated.
skill.
It's
That is a
underrated.
It is.
good
It is.
word.
All the people who are out there fending for yourself right now, even if you don't have money after your bills,
Mm.
just the fact that you can go,
Yep.
you can pay all your bills, you have groceries in your fridge.
Yes.
If you got a car, you got gas in your car.
Yes.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Doing great. You're fending for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
If you're not there yet, strive to be at least there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep your head up. Keep your head up. You
Keep
know
your
what
head
I
up.
mean?
And
So.
that's another topic that we'll do at another time when it comes to fending for yourself
Mm-hmm.
and at the foundation of budgeting.
Yeah.
You just said when it comes to if you've paid all your bills and you're left with nothing,
Mm-hmm.
there's two sides to that.
Yeah.
Are you left with nothing because no money today? Or are you left with nothing because you looked at all of your expenses and you divvied up the money accordingly
Mm-hmm.
so that you will have funds for this?
Yeah.
You don't want to get into it right now.
Yeah.
Get into it
For
another
sure.
time. But definitely appreciate the feedback. If
Oh, for
anybody
sure.
has any comments,
Yeah. Let us
any
know.
feedback, please let
What
us
do you
know.
think? What side of the fence do you stand
Yeah.
on? All right.
Stay home
Um,
or go out and figure it out.
Yeah. Yes.
Or better yet, like when we say stay home, like there's this level of dependence.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But there's
Yes.
benefits to both.
there's
There's
benefits.
benefits to both. Yes.
Yeah, there's benefits.
Experience and knowledge and wisdom come from both angles, depending on how you
can.
look at it.
They
How,
can.
how you do
Mindset.
Mindset.
Mhm.
100%.
yeah, mindset.
Thank you, everyone, for
Appreciate-
listening.
Appreciate you guys.
We love you. We thank you. So, like, comment, subscribe,
Yeah.
share with your family, friends, and anyone who we know who could be uplifted by some of the messages and some of the wording that's in this podcast. It will be greatly appreciated, and they will appreciate it too. So, thank you so much for listening to us as we chill on the couch and take a nap.
Yeah, no facts.
Oh my gosh.
And that we stay unscripted.
Yeah, we stay unscripted. What's the purpose? That's
Salute.
unscripted. Have a good night. That is funny. That was Wash the meat. Jeez, that's gonna. I know you're gonna have that as a title.